Before Instagram models and reality stars, these were the women who stopped the world in its tracks. The Bond girls who made danger look beautiful and had every man wanting to be 007. Most are now in their 70s and 80s, but can you still recognize these legendary beauties? You've got 5 seconds to guess each one. Drop your score below, and let's see who remembers when movies were truly glamorous. That white bikini sold for $61,500 at auction, because when Ursula Andress as Honey Ryder walked out of the Caribbean waters singing Underneath the Mango Tree in Dr. No, she didn't just launch the Bond franchise. She created the template for every sex symbol that followed, from Raquel Welch to Pamela Anderson, proving that sometimes a single scene can define an entire career and change cinema forever. Now 89, she lives quietly in Switzerland, having turned down countless offers to recreate that legendary moment. Studio executives told her she was too tall and her lips were too big for movies. But Kim Basinger, as Domino Patacci in Never Say Never Again, proved them spectacularly wrong, using this unofficial Bond film to launch herself into superstardom, later winning an Oscar and becoming one of the highest-paid actresses of the 1990s. At 71, those too big lips became the beauty standard everyone wanted. Sean Connery himself said she was his favorite female villain because Luciana Paluzzi, as the assassin Fiona Volpe in Thunderball, didn't fall for Bond's charms. She seduced him, used him, then tried to kill him, delivering the cutting line, "But of course, I forgot your ego, Mr. Bond," that punctured 007's masculine mystique. At 88, she still gets fan mail from women, thanking her for playing a character who wasn't just another conquest. She couldn't speak English and learned her lines phonetically, but Mie Hama, as pearl diver Kissy Suzuki, brought authentic Japanese elegance to You Only Live Twice, even doing her own swimming stunts in freezing water while 5 months pregnant, a fact she hid from producers who would have fired her. Now 81, she became a huge star in Japan and never needed Hollywood again. Playing Baccarat in that red dress, she made Sean Connery so nervous he flubbed his lines. Eunice Gayson as Sylvia Trench in Dr. No was the very first woman to hear Bond, James Bond, and she suggested Connery slow down his delivery, creating the most famous introduction in cinema history. She returned in From Russia with Love, the only Bond girl meant to be recurring before producers changed direction. We lost this piece of Bond history in 2018. She was 90. The hate mail poured in from racist viewers, but that didn't stop Gloria Hendry as Rosie Carver from making history in Live and Let Die, as the first black woman to romance James Bond on screen, breaking a barrier that seems unthinkable now, but required real courage in 1973, when interracial romance was still illegal in some states. She's 76 today, and proud that she helped change Hollywood, even if it meant facing death threats at the time. Halfway through, and these women are bringing back memories, aren't they? That era when movie stars were larger than life and a trip to the cinema was an event. Keep your score going. The most stunning transformations are still ahead. After playing the doomed Andrea Anders in The Man with the Golden Gun, Roger Moore insisted she return for a bigger role. Maud Adams, as the title character in Octopussy, became the only actress to play 2 different Bond girls, this time as the powerful jewel smuggler who was Bond's equal rather than his victim, proving that audiences wanted sophistication over youth. She turns 80 this year, and those piercing eyes still command attention. Her death scene made grown men cry. Akiko Wakabayashi as Secret Agent Aki in You Only Live Twice wasn't just another pretty face, but a competent spy who saved Bond's life multiple times before poison meant for him killed her instead. That moment, when she whispers, "I love you," before dying, haunted audiences. Now 84, she left acting at her peak to focus on family. She was making more money as a model than movies offered, so Tanya Mallet only did one film. But what a film it was. Playing Tilly Masterson in Goldfinger, she brought real emotion to a woman seeking revenge for her sister's death, making her character's fate genuinely tragic rather than just another casualty. This single performance made her immortal. Before she passed in 2019, she was 77. These final ladies might shock you the most. Some aged like fine wine. Others you won't believe are the same person. How's your score so far? These last four are the hardest. She studied the behavior of praying mantises to prepare for the role. Barbara Carrera, as the unhinged Fatima Blush in Never Say Never Again, created such a memorably psychotic villain that she earned a Golden Globe nomination, the first Bond girl ever nominated for the role. Her water-skiing assassination attempt remains one of the franchise's wildest scenes. At 79, she's now a successful painter living in California. Named after your father, perhaps, that cheeky introduction made everyone laugh. But Lana Wood as Plenty O'Toole brought more than comedy to Diamonds Are Forever. She was Natalie Wood's younger sister, trying to step out of that massive shadow, and this role finally let her shine on her own terms. Now 79, and still dealing with her sister's mysterious death.
Bond's first honey trap. Zena Marshall as the duplicitous Miss Taro in Dr. No taught audiences from the very start that in 007's world, beauty could be deadly and pillow talk could get you killed, setting up the paranoid edge that made these films more than just action movies. She remained proud of being part of Bond history until her death in 2009. She was 83. Most Bond girls stayed glamorous, but Martine Beswick as Paula Kaplan in Thunderball chose a different path. After playing Bond's doomed assistant and earlier wrestling in the gypsy camp fight in From Russia with Love, she ditched the cocktail dresses for horror films, becoming a Hammer horror queen in movies like Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde. Today, at 83, she jokes that she's killed more people in horror films than Spectre ever did. From Ursula Andress creating cinema history in that white bikini to Kim Basinger launching her Oscar-winning career, these 13 women didn't just decorate Bond films. They defined an era when glamour meant something, when movie stars were untouchable goddesses, and when a trip to the cinema could change your life. How many did you recognize? Drop your score below and tell us which Bond girl made you fall in love with movies. And if you remember rushing to theaters for these films, hit subscribe for more journeys back to Hollywood's golden age. Like this video if you got 8 or more right, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our classic star transformations.